Hello children. Today we are going to start a new chapter that is called our environment. So, what does environment means? Environment means surroundings. Environment means surroundings. There are so many things around us like a table, chair, pen, animals, human beings, plants. These are all our environment things. Our surroundings, they form our environment. Now, different things which are in our environment can be categorized in three different sections. Can be categorized in two different sections, living beings and non-living beings. So, we are going to study in this chapter about living beings and non-living beings, and also we are going to study how they are dependent and related to with each other in our environment. First, we are going to focus on living beings. Do you know what are living beings? Living beings means like animals, plants, birds, insects, etc. Living beings can be categorized into three sections: producers, consumers, decomposers. And also we can say there are three different types. First we are going to understand what are producers, then consumers, and then decomposers. Let's start with producers. What are producers? Producers means organisms which produce their own food. Example of producers: plants, they make their own food. How do they make their own food? You all know it. You might have studied in the previous standard. They make their food in the process of photosynthesis because they are make in own food. They are called producers. Another example is blue-green algae. Students, you might be thinking, what is blue-green algae? Look at this photograph. You must have seen very thin green layer on legs. Sometimes on the top of the water at first sight, you might think that is some sort of plants. But that's not the case. This is not a plant. This is very complicated type of organization. Some of its properties, lot of plants, some of its properties, lot of animals. This is complicated type of organism. It takes sunlight from sun and by the process of photosynthesis, it makes its own food as plants too. This is also an example of producers. One more thing I want to tell you here. These producers are also called autotroph. Auto word means cell and troph means nutrition. Producers are also called autotrophs. Auto means cell and trophs means nutrition, because they make their own food. Now we are going to see consumers. Consumer means organism which depend on other organism. Make their food. Consumers means they are not somebody who make their own food. They depend on other organisms for making food. Let's see some example to understand it. Let us see some example to understand it. Elephant doesn't take sunlight from sun and makes its own food. What elephants does it eat plants? So elephants depending on plants for its food. So plant is another type of organism. So we will say that elephant is a consumer. Similarly, lion also does not take a sunlight and produce its food. What it does eat other animals. So it is also consumer. For example, tiger, leopard are other examples for consumers. Consumers are categorized into three types: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Herbivores means those consumers who eat only plant. Herbivores are those consumers who eat only plants. For example, deer, elephant, cow, they eat only plants. Another carnivorous means those consumers who eat only other animal. Carnivores are those consumers who eat only other animals. Example, tiger, snake, lion, etc. And third type, omnivores are those consumers who eat both plants and animals. For example, human beings, crow, etc. These consumers are called heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. Hetero word means other. Already you know trophs means nutrition. Hetero word means other and trophs means nutrition. Students, there is one more way to categorize to consumers. To understand this, see this. To understand this, see this diagram. First of all, we see plants, then grasshopper, then frog, then snake, then hawk. Grasshopper eaten by frog, frog eaten by snake, snake eaten by hawk. This is like a chain. Now among all those who are producers, who are consumers, we can clearly see plants produces its own food. This is actually producer. Now all the other animals are depending on others. So they are all consumers. Plants are producers, other all animals consumers. Now look at this grasshopper. This grasshopper will be called primary consumer or first order consumer. Again I will say grasshopper are called primary consumers or first order consumer. Who is the primary consumer? Consumers depending directly on producers are called primary or first order consumer. Next, frog is called secondary or second order consumers because it eats another organism which is not a producer. Because grasshopper is not a producer, this is consumer. So frog eat another organism which is not a producer. Third one, snake. Snake will be called tertiary consumer or third order consumer. Last one, hawk. Hawk will be called top consumer. It is top consumer. It is not eaten by anyone. We have different consumers like first order consumer, second order consumer, tertiary consumer, and last top consumer. Let's see one more example. Plants are eaten by deer. Deer is eaten by lion. Plant is producers. So in this case, there is no tertiary consumer. Deer, they are primary or first order consumer. Lion is not eaten by anybody else, so lion is called top consumer. In the last example, they were the tertiary consumer as well. Here we have primary consumer and top consumer. This is the primary, deer is the primary consumer and lion is a top consumer. The last consumer in any chain should be called top consumer. So students, we have seen lot about consumer. Now a time to see about decomposers. Decomposers are organisms who feed on dead plants and dead animals. Decomposers eat dead plants and dead animals. They don't eat living plant and living animals. For example, bacteria, fungus, worm, these are microorganisms. Decomposers are mostly microorganisms. Let me show you two photographs. Here you see, these are rotten fruits. On these rotten fruits, all these different types of microorganisms settle down and these start eating them up gradually. If you eat long time, these fruits will disappear. Why they will disappear? Because these microorganisms have actually eaten. So here you can see microorganisms eating up rotten fruits. Now this is a body of dead animals. You might have seen a body of dead animals like rat, dog lying on a street sometimes. And gradually this dead body disappears. After lot of days, the dead body disappear. You will see gradually the size of the body keep on decreasing day by day, and finally one day it will finish. How this happens? What happens? When a dead body's microorganisms is settled down on this dead body and start eating them up for food, they are decomposers. They eat animal and dead plants. These decomposers are called saprotrophs. Saprotrophs. Sapro word means rotten. Already you know it. Trophs means nutrition. Sapro word means rotten. Trophs means nutrition. So these decomposers may look very boring to you, but let me tell you, these decomposers are very useful for our environment. How they are useful, I am going to tell you. First thing is clean up environment by decomposing dead organism. If animal is dead, his body has to be removed. Otherwise, environment will become the dirty. So, what they do decomposers? They eat up the body dead animals. So, the body disappears. So, the environment is kept clean. That is the first point. Clean up environment by decomposing dead organisms. The second usefulness, they break complex compounds in dead organisms into nutrients. These nutrients mix with the soil, making soil more fertile. Before reading this, I will explain you that what happens. Look at these dead animals. The body of these dead animals has actually lot of complex compounds. When decomposers start eating this body up, they break these complex compounds into simple compounds. These simple compounds are actually act like a nutrients. When decomposers eat this body, they break complex compounds in this body into simple compounds. Now, some of these simple compounds are eaten by decomposers. They go into the body of decomposers, they provide them food. Some of these simple compounds are left by them. Then what will happen to those compounds? They mix with soil. When they mix with soil, they actually increase the fertility of the soil. They actually act like a fertile. This is the second usefulness. This is the second usefulness. They break complex compounds in dead organisms into nutrients. These nutrients mix with the soil, making soil more fertile. These are the two usefulness of decomposers. Now, let's see food chain. Actually, we have seen this already. What is food chain? Actually, we have seen this already. What is food chain? Food chain is a series of organisms in which every next organisms depend on the one before it. Plant eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by frog, frog eaten by snake, snake eaten by hawk. This chain is actually food chain because it shows who eats by whom. These are the example of food chain that we saw. Food chain. How do we define food chain? These are two different food chain. which we are seeing, but they can many more food chains. One more example. One more example. Algae is eaten by insects. Insects are eaten by fish in the water, and fish in the water is eaten by birds. This is another food chain. Next, what is food web? Look at the food chain. Think about this. In this food chain, we are saying frog is eaten by snake, but this frog is eaten only by snake? No. There are so many other animals which eat frog. Now, deer is eaten by lion in the food chain, but deer is eaten only by lion. There are so many other animals also eat lion, tiger, leopard, etc. In this food chain, does lion eat only deer? No. Lion eat other animals also. You can already see that one food chain does not tell you all. Now you understand what is the food web. Look at this food web in the diagram like this. Food web is the complicated diagram. Like this, here you can see frog is eaten by snake as well as eaten by some other animals. Snake does not eat only frog. It eats another type of birds, animals as well. You will think of food web as a combination of lot of chains. Like plant eaten by frog, frog eaten by snake, snake eaten by hawk, hawk does not eaten by any animals. So today's session over. Students, your homework in your textbook, page number 260, 2 questions are there. Go through it and write, learn them also. And also your digest, page number 176. Facts that matter, 5 points are there. This also you have to write and learn. And food chains and food web, 4 points are there. This also you have to complete. Thank you all.